Well, hello, everyone.
Well.
What are you doing here?
What have y'all done that has made you so lucky this morning? Or what kind of sin do you have in your life? Hold on. Okay.
So, welcome to this Monday morning.
Good morning, everyone.
We're not going to talk about why the kids are off school. There's a holiday. There's a holiday some people observe. I'll take the day off. I mean, I personally won't. But
That is hypocritical. That is hypocritical. So you can't stand the man that today our nation honors.
It's not that I have anything against. Well, maybe I do.
Good morning. Say where you're tuning in from this morning. Before we dig into this history lesson for dummies. Okay.
The only thing I'm going to say is
no. Just say good morning to them. Just say good morning. Did you bring my phone over here?
Why would I bring your phone over here?
I don't know where it's at. I need you to set a timer.
Thank you guys so much for being with us this morning. It is Monday morning, 12th.
It is. Good morning from Winchester, Kentucky, and your Manitou Beach, Michigan. Oh, God, I wish I was there.
So, I see lots and lots of family members on saying hello, saying good morning. But for you guys that are not part of the family, why are they seeing us this morning?
Well, first of all, they don't even know what that means. There's a lot of people on here that assume we're talking about like my family or your family. Little did y'all know, no one in our blood families watch us at all. Okay? Literally, my dad just asked me the other day around the tables. He asked me, I'm going to ask you this one more time, Melissa. Why don't you have a job?
My brother brought stuff up. I saw my brother this weekend. He brought stuff up that we talk about on here.
Okay, your brother is it. Literally it.
Can I also say, he said he loves watching you on the membership site. You can put you on 1.5 speed. And he said that you were hilarious at 1.5 speed.
Oh my gosh. When you try to skip over my humor, thank you very much. Anyway, what we're talking about is we have a family membership site, and that is a membership site where you come into our group and you are a part of our Rise and Radke Monday through Friday. But this week, for 1 week only, we are coming to you from my page. So we're going to be on here every single morning.
Every Monday. And we like to say 9-ish.
Every morning, not every Monday. He didn't mean that. We're here every morning, 9-ish, and we're going to just sit and talk to you about what makes the world go round. Okay? Which is love. Sweet love. Hi, friends. Hi, Jeannie.
Somebody's looking at the scar on my neck.
Ooh, it's a shark bite. Just call me Shark. I missed my show too, Jackie. Thank you for saying so. Leah Tucker, that's very sweet. The family membership is my favorite part of the day. Thank you so much.
Well, hey, we can talk about that later. Let's get to Rise and Radke.
We like to know where the first rule of thumb is when you jump on, tell us where you're tuning in from. We want to know. We have people watching us from the UK and somebody in Germany. And you know those Germans are picky about what they watch.
We have a couple of Germans. We have several Australians.
Thank you, Sam. That hair color looks amazing on you. Melissa, thank you so much. Candace, we're glad to see you too this morning. Okay, so today we're doing this over in the offices today because we have 5 teenagers currently at our house.
Yeah, we have two.
We only have 2 kids. We have 3 extra. Because they are off from school today. And some of you are off from work today. And do we know why? It's one of David's favorite holidays. Let's ask him about it, shall we? Hi, Mr. Radke. We're coming to you live from Melissa Radke's public page. And we're going to ask a question that we're asking to a lot of the people here on the street. What is today's holiday?
Today is entitled Columbus Day for Christopher
Honestly,
Columbus.
Thank you. Great. I've just asked one question.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I'm going to ask you another question. Don't ever pull my hand like that again. Don't touch me. Okay? Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. And tell us how you feel about celebrating the great man that is Christopher Columbus.
We celebrate Columbus Day
You should celebrate.
We celebrate as well.
Which is a diversion of celebrate and masturbate. So, dear God, help us if we're doing that on Columbus Day.
I just don't understand why we celebrate Columbus Day and talk about him sailing the ocean blue and he discovered America. He didn't discover anything. It'd be like if I walked into your home and went, hey, I discovered this home that you were already living in. That's all I have to say. That's all.
Do you think that he deserves any recognition for being on a boat with a bunch of no good, drunk sailors for an extended period of time, probably throwing up from seasickness, probably having to poop into a hole, and then dumping that on the side of the ocean? Do you not want to give him any props at all?
It sounds like he made some bad life decisions for him to be on the boat. It seems like he would have thought that through.
I told y'all, what am I doing? I told y'all he hates Columbus Day.
I saw a couple of people say that it's indigenous. What was it? What they say? Indigenous People Day. That's a good day.
Now David would be all for that.
I get behind that.
David's like, let's celebrate the people that were actually here when he pulled up. Okay. We had some parents last night pull up to our house to drop their teenagers off.
So
what if they had just
Happy Indigenous People Day.
What if they pull up and walked into our house and said, now this is living.
Look what I've discovered.
Look what I've discovered. And I said to them, yes, by all means, come in. I've made a feast, and you are welcome to it.
Yes.
And then after the feast, they tried to kill me.
Yes, Amy. Anytime I speak, generally on Rise and Radke, I just make stupid one-liners. Lots of songs come to my head. I'm really here just to have something she can bounce off of. But when I do speak, you can fill out your form, send it in, and you will get college credit.
Oh, wow. Somebody said that today in Canada, it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to the Canadian people who are...
Oh, Canada.
Stop. Okay, so thank you guys for watching us this morning. We're going to do this all week. We're going to be here all week. Boom.
Tip your waitresses.
Claypool, Indiana in the house.
See a happy birthday to G.
I just think it's hypocritical that you don't like Christopher Columbus Day, but you willing to take off work today. You're not even doing your intermittent fasting today. You're like, oh, hey, it's Christopher Columbus Day.
That's not even sort of true.
Are you going to have lunch with some friends today?
Oh, yeah. So my intermittent's going to be short. And I would have happily dropped my kids off at school today.
That's true. Scottsdale, Arizona is here. Emily Gibbs says Thanksgiving is the best and her favorite, and I am gearing up for it. I am getting ready for it. Get it all out of the way.
So what we'd like to talk about on Mondays is what did we do this weekend?
What'd y'all do this weekend?
So what did y'all do this weekend?
We recap our weekends on Mondays, and I would like to talk about yours and mine because they were very different because we spent them apart. That's right. Your favorite couple was separated this weekend. But look, we're already back together. David took the kids to Dallas for a basketball camp, and I couldn't go because I didn't want to ride in the car that long or stay at the hotel they chose or just be with them in general. So I wasn't able to go. Instead, what I chose to do was to stay home by myself and watch 18 hours of Grey's Anatomy. And it was the best decision I've made for myself in this year of our Lord, Corona time. It's the best decision I've made. But tell me about yours. How was yours?
Well, first of all, we need to have a moment of silence for Barbara, who was recovering from a colonoscopy. So.
That's where they go up the woo. Hope it went well. I mean, it probably didn't because it hurt like crap, but no pun intended. But I hope it
Celebrated first birthdays, drove 2 hours to fishing.
In a boat for 9 hours, get one fish.
Tournament. Somebody rode their bike 40 miles.
Who?
Was the dog or criminal chasing you ever apprehended?
What dogs are ever apprehended? Who watches us but bikes 40 miles? That seems to be a dichotomy that I can't get past. Watched the Astros game yesterday. So did we. That's why I'm asking David how his weekend went. Because he came in, I guess you walked in the house about 6:15. Astros game started at 6:30. We never spoke during it because we are very much concentrated on that Astros game.
Yeah. It was a great game. Great pitching
pitching.
duel. Obviously, I hate the Astros lost, but man, it was a good baseball game. Not a lot of people like 2-1 baseball games, but it was a great baseball game. Astros had a couple of chances to win, didn't take advantage of them, but you know what? It's a 7-game series.
All right. Are you happy you got that out? How was your freaking weekend?
The weekend was great. The kids got out of school on Friday a little bit early, so we headed out on Friday afternoon, got to Dallas, had a nice dinner, and then took them to a breakthrough basketball camp in Duncanville. If you're in that area, there's a place called the Field House, the Duncanville Field House.
Nobody's going to go there.
Man, that place is amazing. 6 basketball courts. They can do like 10 volleyball courts. There's all kind of speed stuff, baseball stuff, cycling. It's like a training place, but anyway, really nice. The kids had 2 days of a shooting camp. They did really well. They really loved it. At the end of the first day, 6 hours. At the end of the first day, we got in the car and Rocco said, "I thought we were there like 30 minutes." So they had a really good time.
Did they do good?
They did really well. They did really well.
Did Rocco do better than Remy? Rocco's a little bit better at basketball than Remy is. They separated boys and girls?
Yeah, for the most part, it was really more age.
Oh, okay.
More age related. Rocco did really well the first day.
Were there any cute girls? I'll kill them.
I didn't notice that. He's not into them, and
no.
The girls were a little bit older.
By the way, I wouldn't say he's not into them.
Well, any that were in his group or on his end, he wouldn't be interested in. The older ones on the other end.
Did anybody think Remy was cute?
Yes.
Ew.
She had one. He was a cute little boy too. Anytime they weren't like in their groups or in the line, you always saw him kind of.
Oh no! Really?
Or okay, get with a partner. Do you want?
Are you serious? What would she do?
Yeah, she'd just smile and
She wouldn't be like and move away.
No, huh?
Oh, but I've not raised her right.
So anyway, we had a really really good time, and then we got back last night just in time for the game.
For the game.
It was really nice. I love doing that stuff with the kids. Yeah. So.
Well, mine was good. I see a lot of people telling us some decorated for fall this weekend. Apparently a lot of you watch the Sooners. How about them Sooners?
Whoa,
I don't know what that means.
Well, they were way up on UT on Texas.
Oh.
Texas came back and it was tied. They went into 4 overtimes.
Oh my gosh!
In the Cotton Bowl.
No, what's a Sooner?
Oklahoma Sooners.
Oh, I thought that was Ohio.
No, that's a Buckeye.
Okay.
Yeah, Roll Tide did good. I didn't see any of that one. I did see parts of the A&M game. Texas A&M knocked off number 4 Florida. That was a good football game.
I'm curious when you watched them. When did you watch these games?
I had an earpiece in and it's sitting on my lap while I was watching the
David
kids.
Von Radke. Oh my gosh. If you prop the TV, your phone up and you watched a game while you drove my children, the breath of my breath and the body of my body and the love of my life, I'm going to kill you.
I was at a basketball camp on Saturday.
Okay.
I didn't watch all of them because I was watching the kids and the drills and all that kind of good stuff.
Gig 'em. I know what that means. Hi from Alabama.
Do you really know
We're
what
so
that
glad-
means?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean?
It's for Texas A&M.
But what does it mean? Where'd it come from?
I think it's like, when a person bends over and you go, goose, it's like that. It's like, gig 'em. So stick your thumb up in there. Get 'em. Go on, get.
Go on, get.
What does that mean?
I forget the year. If there's any true Aggies on here, they may know.
As opposed to fake
I want to
Aggies.
say maybe like even back in the 60s, they were playing TCU. And TCU are the Horned Frogs. And so you gig. The frogs. So
I thought it was like when you...
Gig.
sometimes if a person bends over, you can take your hand and you can slide it right between their butt cheeks, and you can go, credit card. And I do it to my mom all the time, credit card. And then you can go, you can go, decline, accepted. And my mother always goes, Melissa. This is what my mother said to me this weekend. Melissa, have some decorum.
She sounded like you made it sound like Julius Sugarbaker.
Melissa, have some decorum. Is what she said to me this weekend. But anyway, so that's what I thought giggling was. Get it on up in there.
No.
Okay. Anyway, I had a great weekend. It's the best I've ever had in a long, long time. Sorry, y'all weren't here for it. Sorry, not sorry. But Friday, I was so nervous to stay here by myself, but I did really, really well. And I'll tell y'all about that in a second. But I literally watched 6 episodes, I think, of Grey's Anatomy. I watched a really good movie that I'll tell you about on my streamer podcast. And I went Saturday over to my parents' house and literally sat in my parents' living room. It was my Aunt Melba, my granny, my sister Mallory, my mom, my dad, and me. So the 6 of us just sat in my parents' living room for 5 solid hours. I kid you not, 5 hours. No one looked at their phone one time.
I'm sorry, did you say Mallory was in the room?
Uh-huh. 5 solid hours. 5 hours. No one looked at their phone one time. No one turned on the television one time. We just talked like it was the 50s or something. Like as a family, we just talked. We just told old stories. We laughed. Now, a couple of times I did have to pull up Facebook because my mother would go, excuse me, y'all.
What is she doing? Where's she been?
Yeah, my mother would be like, she always was one that had to have a man on her arm. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink. Look her up on Facebook. Let's see if she's alive, if she's even alive. I hope she's alive, but I hope she's put on 100 pounds. That's what my mother said about one woman. So we looked her up.
But yet you're the one that needs decorum.
But yeah, but I'm the one that needs some class. But we just talked, and it was really so fun and enjoyable. And you can really still talk to your families without getting on your phones, and you can talk to your families without talking about politics and religion and all these kind of things that can sometimes be divisive. And it was just wonderful. But the main thing was, and I'm not kidding you when I say this, I haven't seen my granny. My granny will chuckle. She's not a big laugher, is she? She's very funny, but she's not a big laugher. My granny laughed and laughed and laughed that day. I haven't seen her laugh that hard in years. She's a chuckler, but she just laughed, and we told old stories that were absolutely hilarious, like the time a man got up at our church to sing, and the song he was going to sing is His Name is Jesus. And he got up to sing, and he was like this. Or the song is called They Call Him Jesus. Anyway, they call him. He could not remember the word. He couldn't remember the word Jesus. So that was first service. Second service, in between the services, my mother went back and she said she grabbed him by the shirt like this. And she said, because my mother was the music director, she grabbed him by the shirt and she said, they call him Jesus. It's what we all call him. Get out there and say Jesus. I don't care if I have to give you sign language on the front row like this. You gonna say Jesus? She said, y'all, this is my mother right here. She goes, if I'm lying, I'm dying. God strike me if it's true. He got out there the second service. He forgot the word again, looked right at me on the front row, hoping I'd give him sign language.
Well, she did tell me.
They call him. Okay, so that was my weekend. But we hope yours was really, really good. We hope y'all had a great weekend. We're just really glad that y'all are here. I hope you stay with us every...
Oh, hang on one second. I'm sorry. We have a quick break. We'll be right back after these.
Do you ever find yourself walking into a room and forgetting what you went there for? Do you do a little dance at the first sign of fall because you know you can finally stop shaving your legs? Do you ever look at the pores on the end of your nose and think, oh, just screw it? Well, then you need Fam Membersic. In a study of 700 family members, 699 were found to be extremely happy with Fam Membersic. The one that wasn't was David, but that's because he doesn't have a good sense of humor. Fam Membersic has been known to have side effects like facial hair, vaginal dryness, and eating your feelings. We would like for you to take Fam Membersic, which is helping you find where you belong. Fam Membersic stands for family membership.
That was odd.
Great commercial.
Who was that?
I think that she goes
By Dr. Feldman.
Dr. Feldman. That was a great commercial advertising a new drug called Fam Membersic. And it's a drug for your body. And it helps you feel less alone in this scary world. But Fam Membersic stands for family membership. Mm-hmm.
I noticed how, most of those type of commercials, they have to put all these little small words for all the...
Not Fam Membersic.
There is none, because it's
Here's what you have to be afraid of. Facial hair, vaginal dryness, and eating your emotions. That's not bad. I've not even been on Fam Membersic very long, and I've been dealing with those things for years.
But what are the benefits to it? So
How much is that new drug? For $8.99 a month, you can have vaginal dryness and enlarged pores.
But that's the negative side.
David keeps tapping me in the side with his finger.
Because no commercial just talks about the negative side effects.
David, no.
They talk about the positive.
You are not tapping me.
I promise
you are not tapping me when I say facial hair or enlarged pores. It's just when I say vaginal dryness.
No.
He taps me in the side.
You're just not focusing on what the drug does. You're just focusing on the side effects.
Well, then you do it. You do it.
The Radke family membership, or
Fam Membersic.
You can be a part of the family membership every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. We go live with Rise and Radke.
Fam Membersic.
Thanks, Dr. Feldman. Once a week, Melissa also does her top 10 podcast.
Yes,
Streamer.
it made the top 10. It made the top 10, y'all, in
TV and film.
TV and film.
And
y'all, that's a big category.
For family memberships, she actually records it live. And
yeah.
Then
So I do it on here just like this, and I hit record, and I record the podcast, but then after the podcast, I hit stop recording, and then we just talk about what I just talked about. So then essentially the family tells me, I hated that show you just talked about. Or, Melissa, why haven't you watched Call the Midwife yet? If they ask me that one more time, I started it. Just so y'all know, I started it, and I do really like it. I'm not kidding you.
Anyway, the Radke family membership is an incredible deal. The thing that we never planned on was the community that comes with it. We have an incredible membership site where all the videos and everything is uploaded, but we do our lives on a private Facebook group every morning. And that Facebook group in particular, as well as the membership site as well, because you can comment and stuff in there. It's just amazing the community that has become. We have people that get together and do Zoom calls together on the weekends and those kind of things. It's $8.99 a month. The membership's going to be open this week, and then we're going to close the membership until the first of the year because we've got
until 2021.
We've got some incredible
things. David, why are you doing that? He said, because we've got too much going on. We cannot keep letting people trickle in here and there. It's got to be, we're going to open it this week and then we've got to close it because we've got a million things coming up. And we do have some really exciting things coming up that we're going to do. We're going to do some virtual fun nights, girls' nights, you name it. But right now, we're just going to focus this week on Fam Membersic. Admit, that was genius.
That was.
It was pretty good.
I see lots of family members on here this morning saying the best $8.99 you could ever spend. It's the most amazing thing.
I don't know if it's the best you could ever spend. You know what I'm saying? Like if Channing Tatum was offering an hour with him for $8.99, I'd forego this. No offense to you, none at all.
You're
all the man I ever need.
He's not doing that though.
But if he was, I would just say pray about it. Okay, but we do have an awfully great group.
And somebody pointed out a benefit that you didn't, that it's also a shot of dopamine.
Ooh, Barbara said, I watched all of Ted on Apple TV because of you. What did you think, Barbara? I want to know, what did you think about Ted Lasso? Best comedy to come out all year, without a doubt, I think. What did you think about it? Oh, and by the way, our family members want y'all to know that if we ever get up to 3,000 family members, David, we're going on a Radke family cruise. Mm-hmm. We get up to 3,000. Oh, you loved it. I'm so glad.
Good.
Oh, I'm so glad. I loved it too. I keep talking about it to everybody.
Okay, I don't think we've ever said this. We've talked for a long time. But where do they go if they're interested? You can go find out a little bit more information there, see everything. Where do they go for that?
They just go to melissaradke.com/family. That's what they go to. melissaradke.com/family. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
We'll also put a link up in the comments.
But if you really do, if you have to think about it, you only have this week to think about it, because we really do have to. It's a big deal to keep this kind of thing open and keep processing all the stuff when new people come in, and so we really do need to close it after this week. So we're going to talk about it a little bit more throughout the week, but it's such a fun group, and so we would just encourage you to do that. But you're going to hear more about it this week. Right now, though, we want to end, because we don't like to take up too much of your time, we want to end with a question for the viewers. Last night, during the Astros game, they started playing a song. Interestingly enough, that you could hear it playing in the stadium, our daughter was out in the driveway shooting baskets and had her music going, had taken a speaker out there and had her music going and was playing the exact same song at the exact same time. That is weird, okay? But here was I thought it was by Beastie Boys.
No, Run DMC.
But he says it was by Run DMC. And I wanted my phone so that I could play it. But we're going to need you guys to Stop.
You want me to just sing
Stop. It? No, I do not. We're going to need you guys to help us decipher who's right or wrong. Okay? The song is called Tricky. So I'm going to go ahead and let y'all think about it. Get it in your head. It's tricky, 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 tricky. Okay?
It's tricky.
Stop! No! That is not right.
I'm trying to sing it to them.
You're singing it wrong. Guys, help me out. Doesn't the song go, I'm doing it slow. It's trick to rock around, that's right on time, it's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. It's trick to rock around. This is how he sings it.
I sing it the correct way.
No, go.
It's tricky to rock around to rock.
I know that.
It's tricky to rock around, it's right on time, it's tricky.
Okay, you never.
It's trick. It's tricky.
Stop. You never hear them say the E in that first line. You sound like my dad trying to sing it. It's tricky to rock around. It's tricky to rock around.
Okay. The words are, it's tricky to rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky.
I thought it was it's trick to rock around, that's right on time.
No, it's tricky to rock around. Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
Melissa is correct.
No, Melissa's not correct. You evidently.
Somebody look it up. I know that the song is called Tricky, and I know that they sing it's tricky at the end. But I thought it was trick because they didn't. It's trick to rock because like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme.
She's right.
Rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky. David is correct. He is correct. He is right.
You know what, Tessa Singleton? You can't be a part of the family. Okay? Michelle George? No.
Just check the lyrics. It's tricky. It's tricky
really?
To rock a rhyme.
I still say that they don't fully pronounce that E, and you sound like a nerd doing it. But in all fairness, even if they do pronounce the E, you sound like a nerd doing it. Okay? Anytime a middle-aged white man is going to sit on the couch and be like, It's tricky to rock around, that's right on time, it's tricky. It's tricky, 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 tricky. That's exactly what you sound like doing it. What are you doing?
Let's ask Dr. Feldman.
Dr. Feldman.
It's tricky to rock a rhyme that's right on time, it's tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky.
Dr. Feldman, I have a pain in my, it hurts when I go like this.
You know what I would suggest?
What?
Don't do this.
Thank you, Dr. Feldman. Y'all, let us tell you really quickly the Dr. Feldman joke. Every Friday on the family membership, we have a shout out Friday, and you can write into us and let us know if you want to give a shout out to somebody's birthday or anniversary. We'll do it this week too. I talk with my hands, I can't help it. And one family member sent in this, she wanted to give a shout out to a Dr. Feldman who had really helped her son. The story was beautiful. Her son is beautiful. He is really like finding some, incredible like medical miracles in his life because of this doctor. But I don't know why the name Dr. Feldman just cracked me up. She's still in the family. We haven't scared her off yet. But the Dr. Feldman name just cracked me up. And I just imagined that Dr. Feldman looked like this and was like, I would like to talk to you about your diagnosis of the song Turkey.
But you knew a lady from New Jersey. What was the
No,
two ladies from New Jersey?
no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with you today. I'm not
did-
doing that. No, stop it. That was a real fight we just got into. It doesn't last long, but he saw my eye contact. I made eye contact. All right, we will be back tomorrow for what we like to call Hot Topic Tuesday. It's when we bring the hottest news topics to you. Don't worry, we're not divisive. We don't want to talk politics any more than you do, so we won't. But we are going to talk about some hot topics and some good news that is happening around the world, and we share them with you. Be here tomorrow, 9-ish.
In fact, I want to make a guarantee. If you see it on the headlines of NBC, CNN, Fox, MSNBC, with some others, if you see it on the national news headlines,
ABC.
you won't see it.
We won't talk about
ABC, CBS, you won't see it here.
I don't like them.
We
As
like
my mother said, hello, media. Could y'all have some decorum? We'll see you back here tomorrow for Hot Topics. It's going to be in your head.
Hey,
all
check
day.
out the link above to join the family. We will see you guys tomorrow. See
Bye,
ya.
y'all.